Welcome everybody to another episode of West Explains Best. Today we're going to be doing a graph from slope-intercept form in Khan Academy. Let's jump right into it. Here we have graph y equals 4 over 5x minus 7. We should probably back up a second and make sure we understand completely what this is. Slope-intercept form is commonly expressed as y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope and b is your y-intercept. So if we're given the equation and we're just asked to graph it, we need to identify those two things. Now, the easiest to identify is this -7. This -7, it's the number by itself with no variable, is the y-intercept. You always want to start with that. So step one is you start with the y-intercept. It's very simple. You find the y-axis. In this case, it's right here, this thing that's go up and down. I'm trying to move along it. And then you just go to -7 on the y-axis and you leave your point, okay? Very important that you keep in mind the positives and negatives because it does make a difference. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to identify our slope. So our slope is always the number, the coefficient of x. In this case, it's 4 over 5. So what do we do with this with a graph? Well, with a graph, we know that we are going to be using the slope, and that's the rise over the run. That's commonly expressed that way. That's essentially your vertical change over your horizontal change. Okay, but the easiest way to think of it is rise over run. How much do I go up or down, and then how much do I go to the right? I always like to make my rise either positive or negative and keep my run always positive, so I'm always moving left to right. Okay, that's just kind of a side note for all those that are trying to follow along. So the last thing I'm going to do, so I'll go up 4 over 5. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my rise of 4. And then my run of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my run of 5. And that's where I end up. So I need to put that green dot right there. Okay, and that's the point. Not that you need to know, it's not super important, but that's the point 5, -3. So I need to move that there to 5, -3, boom, because that's up 4 and that's over 5, okay? And let's check it. Now, I was able to get this 100% because all you need is 2 points to make a straight line, and that's it. You make your y-intercept, that's 1 point, and then you use the slope to find a second point. So we're going to do the same thing here. We see our y-intercept is -6, so we're going to go down to -6, okay? And that's our first point. Now our second point, notice how now it is negative. So we have this -x, okay? But there's no number, you might ask. Well, there is a number. There's -1 in front of that x. So that's our slope. If it's not in a fraction form, I always encourage my students to make it into a fraction. So anytime it's just an integer, put it over 1 so you can readily see the rise over the run. So we have our rise is -1. That means it's going to be down. And like I said earlier, I always like to move left to right. My run is going to be to the right. So what does that mean? I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go down 1 and to the right 1. So it's very hard to see, but I go down 1 to the right 1. And I could keep doing that. That'd be one place I could put a point. Or if I want, I can do that multiple times. I could go down 1 to the right 1 again. And I could put a point there. Okay, there's multiple spots. But I'm just going to use the first one where I go down 1 to the right 1. See where that is, okay? Hopefully you can see that. And that is my next point. All I need is 2. And boom, there's my next one. Okay, here we go. This one's going to be a little easier. -9, there's my first point, and now I'm just going to go up 5 to the right 3. You can see my slope here is in fraction form, rise over run. 5 is the vertical change, so I'm going to go up 5. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I thought I was dragging it. So I go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I end up on -4 for my y-axis, and then I go 1, 2, wait, I'm doing 5, aren't I? Oh, sorry. Wait, didn't I go up 5? Yeah, I did. I went up 5. Now I'm going to go over 3. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. So I end up on this point right here. It looks like 3, -4. 3, -4. Boom. Check it. Let's go. Nice work, it says. So -9 again, and this time 4. Now, again, if it's not written in fraction form, that's your slope. change it so that it is in a fraction. So 4 over 1, it's both positive. So that means I'm going to be up 4 to the right 1. So go over here. I'm going to go up 4. Hold on, let me draw it in for you. 1, 1, 1, 2. Wait, hold on, I think I messed it up. So we go up to 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, 5, that makes sense. And then I go over 1. So it looks like I'm at the point 1, -5. Is that right? 1, -5. Yeah, that looks right. And that's my slope. 1, -5. And then, boom. Okay, so following these steps, you'll hear this sound. That's the sound of success. That's the sound of learning mathematics. Make sure you guys start with the Y-intercept, use the slope, and you'll be hearing that sound in no time. Thanks for watching.